course, we all know about the plight of levees and water control structures and flood control devices here in Terrebonne and Lafourche Parish. Let's concentrate on Terrebonne today. Coastal Day here in Terrebonne Parish. A lot of dignitaries starting to gather. A lot of work has been done. I don't want to say millions of dollars. I want to say billions of dollars that have gone to help the flooding problem here in the parish. And how much longer and how much further we need to go till we can I say totally rest? Never, but to rest because of storm floods. Walking the Civic Center, pretty impressive as always. And you know, I guess if we really told the truth here, that this, hopefully in some parishes, you don't need a coastal day. But in Terrebonne Parish, you need a coastal day to educate people on everything that's transpired with the coast over the years. And Mr. Gordy Dove, the parish president, has been instrumental in so many projects here in the parish. And this has grown, but it's a chance to educate the public too, isn't it?
Yeah, Martin, as you can see, we've got equipment out here, of equipment that's used for levees and pump stations. And as you go through there, you see the different, we've built 14 floodgates as big as 250 foot long. The Bayou Chene, which is 400 foot long. We've built 31 pump stations as big as 1,000 CFS, which is 1 million gallons every 2 minutes. And we've doubled the capacity of pumping in Terrebonne Parish. And this shows a complete photographs and pictures of actual pump stations and levees that are built, not pipe dreams. I mean, you know, for the last 17 years, Terrebonne Parish, the state, and now the feds have started coming in with money. We haven't gotten any yet, but we have the money with the Corps of Engineers, and they're starting to design some floodgates in the intercoastal. But this is done by the taxpayers of Terrebonne Parish. They tax themselves 3/4 cent sales tax, plus a millage, and plus the state of Louisiana through CPRA, Coastal Protection Restoration Authority. We've spent over, and plus Barrier Island restoration, along with coastal restoration. We spent over $1.4 billion in Terrebonne Parish.
But when you get a Democratic governor like John Bel Edwards and a Republican parish president, the work between the two has been incredible. So maybe we could teach the nation how Republicans and Democrats can get together and work together in Louisiana.
Well, you know, Martin, coastal restoration, hurricane protection has no party lines. When I was I was chairman of natural resources in the legislature for 12 years, and when we started CPRA, there was never it was never party lines. I mean, you know, flooding knows no race, knows no party, except it floods people. And look, it's a concerted effort of a lot of people. The Corps of Engineers have worked great with us. CPRA, Governor Bobby Jindal, of course, Governor Edwards, John Bel Edwards, and actually we started, when I was in the legislature, we started with Governor Kathleen Blanco, who originally started the CPRA, Coastal Protection Restoration Authority.
She brought $10 million to the same location back in 2005 when Katrina and Rita hit it.
After Rita, you brought this big function on, and they came down and gave us $10 million. And then it was history after that. I mean, we've all got together. Terrebonne Parish has about $350 million of their own money in it, and we're constantly building. But everything, all these photographs and pictures you see are actual, and on the screen is actual work that's been done or is in the middle of construction.
The other thing is, we talk about the Weather Channel comes in. They put out to the nation that water is going to be in Terrebonne High School for these storms. And of course, we get on the air and we hurry up and say, no, that's not going to happen. They're looking at the situation without the levee system. And it's really unfair to Terrebonne Parish that we're judged, even insurance. And we got a lot of efforts being made to bring people's insurance down. But the country slowly catching on that Terrebonne has massive levee systems, and that should be taken into effect when we're thinking about insurance and other things.
Well, Martin, we actually have a redundant levee system. We have Morganza to the Gulf, which you can see right here, which is a 15-foot levee. Well, we're going to 15 foot, but a lot of it is 15. Some of it's still 13. And then the interior levees are 10 feet. So if you do overtop Morganza, you have a redundant system. We're the only parish in Louisiana that has a redundant system. And but that is the problem, because the Corps did not build our levees. They're not certified by the Corps, so NOAA doesn't recognize them when they do their surge models. And I've talked to the admiral that runs that and said, you can't go on TV and say that's going to be 4 foot of water in Terrebonne Parish when it's not going to get over our 14, 15 foot levee. So yeah, that's been a problem. The congressional delegation has been working diligently with us. And in fact, I'd like to thank the congressional delegation for bringing us $412 million that the Corps has in hand as we speak to go ahead and get us started.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us once again, Gordon Duff. Tremendous job in his administration. I know Aaron's going around and getting you different shots of some of the projects here, but a tremendous day in Terrebonne Parish to educate the public on coastal situations here in the area. And trust me, if you looked at our file footage at HTV years back when we had those little potato levees, we called them, it's a far cry. Like he said, when you look up here, 15 feet of levees here in Terrebonne Parish. So we've come a long way, and hopefully one day they'll recognize that we have levees and they'll put them on the maps, and we'll get help. So with Aaron Price, I'm Martin Falls from the Civic Center. We'll see you around the corner.